Okay, let's just jump right in. What a run this team is on. I mean, it's been a complete turnaround.
A tremendous run. Since the coaching change, they've picked up, 14 of a possible 16 points? It's remarkable.
And that win the other night was just electric. Really felt like the youth movement. Easton Cowan and Scott Alton just taking over.
It's more than just a hot streak. It feels like a real shift.
Quick reminder for Leafs Nation, if you're a diehard Toronto fan and you're still bleeding blue and white, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It's the best way to stay updated every single day on our journey.
They're finding ways to win, and suddenly the whole conversation around the team has changed as we head toward the trade deadline.
Exactly. And that's what we want to do today, a real deep dive into that. We've got sources on some explosive trade reports, big player moves, and a goalie situation that's getting really interesting.
Right, and it all comes down to asset management, how you handle what you have and what you almost gave away.
Let's start there with the trade that almost happened.
This is a fascinating one because it gives you a window into how close they came to really altering their future for a very, very small gain.
We're talking about that Elliot Friedman report on 32 Thoughts, right? About a potential trade last year.
Yeah, with the St. Louis Blues, the target was Braden Shen.
And Friedman laid out the asking price. If the Leafs wanted Shen, the Blues were asking for.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty staggering in hindsight.
It was aggressive. The package, reportedly, was Easton Cowan, Ben Danford.
Core of your future, right there.
And something else. Probably a high pick thrown in there as well.
Cowan and Danford. I mean, just look at what Cowan is doing now. On track for OHL MVP. That price is...
Yeah.
It's just unthinkable.
It is now, yeah. But the trade didn't happen. And the reason why is the real story here.
So what saved them? Why did it fall apart?
It wasn't because the Leafs got cold feet. The deal breaker was Braden Shen himself. He apparently wouldn't waive his no-trade clause.
The NTC.
Exactly. He wouldn't waive it unless, and get this, unless his brother, Luke Shen, was also part of the deal coming along with him.
So that clause, that family connection, basically saved the farm. That's incredible.
It absolutely did. Think about what they actually gave up at the deadline. A couple of firsts, some mid-tier prospects, Fraser Mitten.
Right.
Now contrast that with losing Cowan and Danford. The opportunity cost would have been, devastating. You'd be in the same spot now, but with a completely empty prospect cupboard.
But I have to ask, does this story give you a shaky feeling now? I mean, if they were willing to consider moving Cowan then, what's stopping Brad Living from feeling that same pressure this year?
That is the crucial question. But I think the evidence against it is Cowan himself. Last year, he was a promising prospect. Now, he's a known high-value asset who is performing at an elite level.
The price has just gone way, way up.
Exactly. The lesson here, hopefully, is that there's a tier of prospect you just can't move. Not in a win-now window, not for a rental. That near miss should be a huge cautionary tale.
Okay, so from a near miss to what's actually happening. We've got official roster moves.
Yeah.
Jacob Quillen has been reassigned to the Marlies.
Yep, and that's clearing away for the big one.
The return of William Nylander.
All signs are pointing to him being activated for the game tomorrow, Saturday. Assuming, no last-minute setbacks, it's a huge piece to get back.
It is, but assuming he's healthy, it immediately creates a new problem. Or a good problem, I guess. Where does he play?
Right.
The team has found this incredible chemistry. The top six is firing on all cylinders. You don't want to mess with that.
And this is the classic debate, and we're seeing two main viewpoints emerge. Viewpoint A is the cautious one. It says, look, ease him in. Maybe you even put him on the fourth line for a game or two.
To avoid messing with the mojo.
Exactly. You've got guys like Michelli playing out of their minds in bigger roles. You don't want to just disrupt everything that's working.
I mean, come on. He's William Nylander.
And that is viewpoint B, the realist view. At the end of the day, you're right. He is William Nylander. You pay him 8 figures to be an offensive driver. He is going back in the top 6.
It seems inevitable.
It is. He's a unique player. The sources call him a unicorn, and I think that's a perfect description.
What does that mean, exactly?
It means he has this blend of elite speed and possession skill that's almost unmatched. His ability to carry the puck through the neutral zone is just... it's game-breaking.
And that's the trade-off.
That's the trade-off. You accept that he cheats for offense sometimes. He's not always perfect in his own end, but that's who he is. You don't pay a unicorn to be a workhorse. You let him run.
So if he's going back to the top 6, someone's coming out. Someone has to be the sacrificial lamb here.
And the analysis seems to be pointing toward Doi. He's been playing well, but he's the most movable piece without completely blowing up the chemistry of the other lines. It's tough, but it's necessary.
So tomorrow's game just got even more interesting. Now let's pivot from the forwards to what might be the most fascinating long-term situation brewing for this team.
The crease.
The goaltending depth, it's becoming a thing.
It's a classic strength that is about to become a logistical headache. So the context is Anthony Stolarz is still out, but Dennis Hildeby has come up and played well, exceptionally well.
So when everyone's healthy, you could have 3 legitimate NHL goalies.
3 of them. And Darren Dreger's reporting the team isn't in a rush to make a move, which is smart. You don't rush this.
We have to emphasize how good Hildeby has been. By the numbers, he's actually been their best goalie this year. Highest save percentage, really solid goals against average. He's been a rock.
He seized the moment for sure. And that performance is what makes the short-term decisions so complicated.
Because one argument is you can't send him down.
Right. You just can't. He's playing this well, he's building this rapport with the team, with guys like Cowan. And you ride that, he's earned a spot.
But there's always the development argument. What's the case for sending him back to the Marlies?
The case is that despite the success, there are still specific technical flaws in his game that need work, away from the NHL spotlight.
Like what?
The big one that keeps getting mentioned is his high blocker side. For a goalie who's 6'7", he gets beat up high on that side more than he should. That's something you iron out with reps in the AHL.
Ah, so it's a specific coachable thing.
Exactly. So the thinking is Joseph Woll plays the bulk of the games for now. When Stolarz is healthy and ready to return, the easy, sensible move for this season is to send Hildeby down for that development time.
So this year it's manageable. It's not a crisis.
Not this year.
So when does it become a real inflection point, and why is that actually a good thing for the team?
It becomes a problem next season. That's the deadline. Because next year, Hildeby's contract means he is no longer waiver exempt.
Meaning, if you try to send him down,
any other team in the league can just claim him.
Yeah.
And you lose a top-tier goalie prospect for absolutely nothing. You can't risk that.
so that waiver status forces their hand. It turns this depth into a trade chip.
A massive trade chip. The team must go from 3 goalies down to 2 before next season starts, which means you put either Woll or Stolarz on the trade block this summer.
And you use that asset to get something you really need.
Right. A top 4 defenseman, maybe a scoring forward. Stolarz is older, so maybe he's the one. But Woll has so much upside. The point is, it's a trade problem, not a performance problem. It's a fantastic position to be in.
It really is. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to touch on a little anecdote that kind of sums up the whole culture shift we're seeing.
Ah, the TikTok moment.
The TikTok moment. It involves Hildeby, Cowan, and it just went everywhere online.
Yeah, so after a big win, Eason Cowan is doing his post-game interview on camera, and in the background you can see the other players yelling for him, waving him back into the dressing room.
And the reason was, what, he had to go perform a TikTok dance?
Get this, yeah. They were playing a song in the room, and he had this choreographed dance he used to do with a Flyers prospect back in junior hockey in London. They were making him recreate it.
That's amazing.
It is, but beyond the social media fun of it, I think there's a real significance there.
What's the takeaway?
The takeaway is you have these key young guys, Cowan, Hildeby, visibly bonding, having fun. All this success, this 14 of 16 run, it's not just systems, it's that the players are, they're actually playing like a team again. That culture is the glue holding it all together.
It's the foundation for all these big management decisions they have to make.
That's a great point.